Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded. The Igbos and the Yorubas share the affinity of interest. Their political goals are analogous. Therefore, according to Frederick, he is a journalist and a writer. He said IPOB and ODUDUWA agitators, Igbos and Yorubas are meant to be together. He said that their political goals are analogous. They both seek jurisdiction over their space and resources, and also desire to be master planners of their own political future. The two groups long not for territories outside their borders or nurse expansionist ambitions. They just want to live on the turf of their own terms and contrivance. But why are the Igbo and the Yoruba at strife politically? Why do they not agree essentially on the same things that form the core of their interest? Well, I think the long history of distrust among the two groups foregrounds their uncanny parallel. My own late father instructed me in a version of how the Igbo-Yoruba relationship deteriorated in the 60s. Really, most men in the Southeast who lived through the Nigeria-Biafra Civil War and saw the ravages of hunger and extirpation of thousands of lives, including children, have the liberty to be cynical about intergroup entity. The devastation was wanton and the pangs of perceived undercutting by other groups deep. But I believe the actors on both verges of the war and those in the thick of the coup of January 1966, preceding the horrendous conflict, operated in the consciousness of the Zettigist. The mood of the time, there is none blameless and there is none without guilt. Nothing justifies the barbarous murder of the leader of the country, particularly of the North and the Southwest, just as nothing rational underpins the decimation of about 1 million people in the Southeast. Again, the phenomenon of the Civil War cannot be discounted, but we must remain defined by the incidents of that experience as a country. But must we remain defined by the incident of that experience as a country? When are we going to turn the corner? I believe we need not glide through this misfortune of history. We must acknowledge, talk about it, and most importantly, secure a date in our national calendar when we will all mourn our compatriots lost to violence by the caprices of men. And not just to mourn, but reconvenant ourselves to the pursuit of peace, unity, and progress. We must never slither into the alleys of our bloody past. Also, with the understanding that there are no heroes and villains in the unfortunate events of the past, the Igbos and the Yorubas must warm into a congress of mutual support as regards their interest. There is no bar too tall to scale if both groups agree to work together. I am optimistic that the day the Igbos and the Yoruba hold each other's hands, the current trajectory of the country will change for good. Really, there is a lot the Igbos and the Yorubas have in common beyond a past of distrust. I wrote on this previously. A section is reproduced here, and I'm going to go through what this writer is saying. He said the Yoruba and Igbos share a lot more than similar mythic origins. They are the oldest inhabitants of the areas they live in, and that is what we call the present day Nigeria. The Yorubas and the Igbos, they are the oldest inhabitants of wherever it is that they are domiciled. In other words, the Yorubas
and the Igbos are indigenous to that geographical area called Niger area or Nigeria. And it has also been argued that both groups are of a singular ancestry. Although some might say, no, we do not. But I think that is not even a topic to discuss. As it is even said, everyone came from Adam. Some people claim that there were other people during the time of Adam and Eve. So if that could be argued, how then do you expect people not to argue and kind of talk about the ancestry of the Yorubas and the Igbos? If they share a common ancestry, you will never know. The two groups have had established trade links dating to the period before contact with the first Europeans, and they are known to share passion for industry, are convivial, accommodating, and peace-loving. Also, there is no documented history of war ever between the Igbos and the Yoruba, despite occupying the same southern hemisphere. In the pre-colonial times, war among kingdoms and natives were common, but there appears to be no record at all of any incident or battle between the clans and the kingdoms of the Yorubas or the Igbos. In language, they are both of the Kwa group, Niger-Congo origin, both the Yoruba and the Igbo languages. The similarities between the Yoruba and the Igbo language are remarkable, if not uncanny, which point to an identical fount. On Wednesday, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, the proscribed group by this administration, announced that they were joining ODUDUWA Republic agitators, their brethren, IPOB exact word, we are joining our brethren to declare a sit-at-home protest for October 1st. I was flummoxed by that gesture. Inasmuch as I do not accede to the secessionist agenda per se, I believe the Igbo can realize their full potential in a devolved entity. It is extraordinary coming from a group of which leader in the past healed the Yoruba in a brushstroke of absurdities. But somehow he seems to have educated himself better, and he has come to realize that there is a common understanding between both tribes. So if diametrically opposite, belligerent groups can cast aside their mudsling from an accord to pursue a mutually beneficial goal, why are sanctioned socio-cultural and political groups not working together for a common purpose, particularly Ohanese and Affinity and even Arewa Elders Forum? Why are the Igbos and the Yoruba, the oldest residents of the area called Nigeria, not concerting politically to realize their interest or coming together to secede away from Nigeria? I believe the progress of Nigeria or the anti-progress of Nigeria depends on both groups agreeing, cross-pollinating individual interests. There is nothing stopping these two groups if they put their hands on the plowshare of brotherhood. There is nothing that they will not achieve. So guys, I don't know what your take is as regards this. Of course, a lot of comments are going to trail this. Some might say no, that history reminded them that these people are this and all of that. Everyone can throw slings at each other, mud slings at each other. Of course, that is normal. It is normal for people to do that. But at the end of the day, when you look deeper, you will realize that the only way this contraption called Niger area, this geographical expression, this experiment, this fraud can come to an end is by both of them coming together with a unified voice, understanding, and put aside things that many of them do not even understand. Put that aside and move forward. I do not agree to this writer saying that he does not want secession, meaning cutting off and breaking off of Nigeria. I am 100% in support of total break of that country. It's a fraud. Whatever is not built on a solid foundation cannot stand. There's no way you can patch it. You can't just patch it. It is not just possible. So the only way is to break out of it. That's all. And I do say also that breaking out of Nigeria is not, I repeat, not the only step towards success, but it is the first step. As we need to reinvent ourselves, we need to re-educate ourselves. There are a lot of things that needs to be done. We all know quite right that that company called Niger area is no longer working. It is no longer possible anymore. So that's what it is. I don't know what your own thoughts are about this. I don't know what your take is about this. Do you agree that both of them should, as a matter of necessity, come together in one accord so as to achieve whatever it is that they need to achieve in whatever way it is, that they want to achieve it? If it is to secede, if it is politically, whatever way, do you think that both of them do share something? And I'll leave you with this. Don't you think that the south of Nigeria, they have food in common, unlike the north of Nigeria? I'll leave you with that to think about.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.